The former Three Lions boss singled out the Tottenham striker as the current star he would most like to work with. And he is convinced that, at 24, Kane can be the bright young thing who sets this World Cup alight. If Kane can score 6, 7 or 8 goals, then England can go very far in the World Cup, said Eriksson, who led the nation to the World Cup tournament in 2002 and 2006. He is a key player because he has pace, he can dribble and he will always score goals. Half a dozen goals from Kane and England are potential semi-finalists, says Eriksson. Image, Reuters. In the box and around the box he is extremely dangerous. He knows exactly where the ball can pop up, so he is important. It is a dream for any manager to have a player like that. He is also hardworking when defending, pressing. He is a very complete player, he's big and strong as well. Kane has been unlucky because he has been injured for a while, but that can also be lucky because he is fresh. He's 24, still young, he can be the big star of the tournament. Let's hope. Eriksson, the most successful England manager since Sir Bobby Robson, took the Three Lions to the quarter-finals in Japan and South Korea, and again in Germany 4 years later. Eriksson's England scored first but lost at 2002 World Cup quarter-final, 2-1, to eventual winners Brazil. Image, Getty, then fell on penalties in 2006's last 8 to Portugal, who had beaten them in a shootout at the same stage of the Euros 2 years earlier. Image, Mirrorpics. In 2010, under Fabio Capello's stewardship, England were knocked out in the round of 16, and in Brazil 4 years ago, Roy Hodgson's side infamously crashed out at the group stage, eliminated with a game still to play. But the Swede is encouragingly positive about Gareth Southgate's team in Russia. Eriksson added, maybe in my time, especially 2006, the players were more famous than they are now. You had Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Rio Ferdinand, David Beckham, of course. But I have watched these players throughout the season and they have all had great seasons for their clubs. Tottenham players have all played good football, great football, and all the others as well. England can reach the quarter-finals, yes, but even further, the semi-finals perhaps. The waiting ends for England with Monday night's first group game against Tunisia. Image, AFP, Getty. Keep Kane fit, no injuries, and you will be alright. The lack of experience in goal, Jordan Pickford, Jack Butland and Nick Pope have just 12 caps between them, should not be a concern. Eriksson said, I hope not. These goalkeepers have played well. You have many players who have never played in a big tournament before, but that's also an advantage because they don't have anything to lose. You cannot put a lot of pressure on players in their first World Cup and expect them to go out and win it. I don't know any of the players personally, but I am quite sure they are full of confidence. One man in the England party who is known to Eriksson is manager Southgate, to whom he gave 16 caps. If Pickford starts the Tunisia match, it will be just his 4th senior cap. Image, EPAFA, Rex, Shuttershock. Eriksson added, he has been there as a player and he has been working for the FA for a long time. He has done brilliantly during qualification, so he will do well. England have a very good team. If they can defend well, they will be very strong on counter-attacks. They have pace, flair, and with counter-attacks you can hurt a lot of teams. They are not, however, Spen's favorites to win the tournament. He said, if you look at the squads, if Brazil don't win then something is wrong. Looking at their names and where they are playing, they are all big stars. The last friendly they played, the first substitute was the centre-forward for Liverpool in the Champions League final. The second sub was the central midfielder of Real Madrid coming in. It's like, what is this? Football is not only that, but if they can create a good atmosphere it's going to be very difficult to beat them. They have to defend as well, of course, but Brazil are my favorites. Sven Goran Eriksson on. Monday's game against Tunisia, it's important not to lose the first game. If you do, the second game becomes a must-win. There is always pressure because you want to win the group to have a better route in the knockout phase. England's chances this summer: quarter-finals, yes, but even further, the semi-finals. Keep Harry Kane fit, no injuries, and you will be alright. I have to take a taxi in London, because then I will know. Taxi drivers listen to the radio, they know everything about what's going on in English football. Former England defender Southgate knows what his players are about to go through. Image, PA Wire, controversial referee appointed for England's opening game of the World Cup. His advice to Gareth Southgate: laughing, don't read the papers and don't listen to other people. During the tournament, do what you have to do. Taking the Wags to Russia 2018, to be a married man with children and being together every day, apart from a couple of days if you are traveling and playing, then suddenly for 6 weeks you will not see them. What's that? I don't think it's good. It's only a debate in England. With Sweden, for 20 years the families have been there. It's a normal way of living, isn't it? The one thing he wishes he'd done with England: I would have taken a mental coach for penalty shootouts in 2006. I regret that I didn't do that. You never know what the result would have been if we had one. Many of those players played in 2004 as well, so I thought we were ready for a penalty shootout, but I was wrong. Sven-Göran Eriksson is an ambassador for Paddy Power and was a guest on Paddy's Boat Party, which broadcasts live on Facebook throughout the World Cup. Watch the next episode on June 24 at 6 p.m.